I gathered and found the stupidest One Piece theories that I've seen recently and put them into an iceberg. The farther it goes down, the stupider they get, meaning the top layer is ones that aren't actually far-fetched, but as soon as you hit the second and third layer, they start becoming really, really dumb. The first entry is, the Elders live through the Void Century. The Elders living through the Void Century is founded on really not that much evidence, one of the main pieces of said evidence being that the Elders are really old, and the Void Century is, also really old. We know this theory isn't true because of the murals saying the world was destroyed after the Void Century in some form or capacity, and Imu was the only enemy that won, meaning he was alone when the new world was rebirthed. And also the fact that the Elders talk about Joy Boy and Nika as if they never met them, but if they lived through the Void Century, they would have obviously met Joy Boy and knew about him, but they speak of him like he's like some prophecy that was way before them. Shanks knew Luffy was Joy Boy. Okay, I really like this one because it makes sense why Shanks lost his arm, because as we know now, there was no reason for Shanks to accidentally lose an arm to such a weak opponent, but this theory suggests that Shanks had the teleportation mark on his left arm, and once he knew Luffy was Joy Boy, he purposely got it bitten off so the Elders couldn't have direct access to him. This theory then states that Shanks purposely let Luffy eat the fruit, and that's why he just had it in a chest. I really like this theory, and I feel like it makes sense from all angles. There's a good chance Roger told Shanks to watch out for Joy Boy and stuff, because Roger did say he was too early, and as we know now, Shanks was found in a chest in God Valley, and his twin brother is also a Holy Knight, meaning Shanks is definitely of royal blood too. Usopp will command an army of 10,000 men. It's pretty well known that every lie Usopp tells comes true, and one of Usopp's favorite lies he likes to use is that he commands an army of 10,000 men. But this will also most likely come true because of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. There's like a lot of them. All the pirate captains and their crews, and like everything that Umbrella's under them, so probably adds up around 10,000. So we can probably expect a scene in the final war arc where Usopp saying it, except this time it's actually true. He actually is commanding an army of 10,000 men. The Red Line will be destroyed to make the All Blue. This theory, everyone's kind of heard it before. It's a really popular theory. This theory just states that at the end of the story, someone, whether it be Luffy or Imu, will destroy the Red Line, which will make all the four seas merge into each other to create the All Blue in the middle. And this is basically like a Sanji theory, because as we know, Sanji's dream is to find the All Blue, so I feel like there's a really good chance of that happening, just because I think the Red Line's going to get destroyed at the end of the story either way. But yeah, this one's really not that far-fetched. Okay, our first kind of stupid theory. Mihawk is Rayleigh and Shaki's son. So I don't know why so many people believe this, but this theory entails that Mihawk is none other than the son of Rayleigh and Shaki. The evidence for this theory is that Rayleigh is strong, Shaki is probably strong, and the timelines add up, so it must mean it's his son. To be honest, I personally think Mihawk has ties to the government with his lineage, and the name Marine Hunter sounds like could be personal, maybe he has some personal beef with him, so I don't really care for this theory, and there's literally no evidence. Like, people just say, oh, Rayleigh's a swordsman who's older, Mihawk must be his son, because we don't know who his dad is, but I just think there's no evidence for this, and I can see a maybe small chance of this happening, but I just don't think it would even matter or have any significance, so I rate it about a 7 out of 10 of stupidity. Kaido is Katakuri's dad. This theory says that Kaido is one of Big Mom's many baby daddies, and he is specifically the father of Katakuri. I believe this has a lot more weight to it than previous theories like the Mihawk and Shaki one, but because Katakuri is huge and strong, and Big Mom and Kaido were both young at the time, so who's to say, they didn't do it. So I rate this one about an 8 out of 10 for stupidity just because it sounds funny. Zoro was destined to die in chapter 944. This one is actually really interesting. So apparently long before Wano, there was a color spread that existed. This spread showed Zoro sitting on a grave, and on the side of the grave are the numbers 944. He is also wearing a skull shirt with the Spanish word for last on it. And I'm not gonna lie, at face value, this kind of seems like more than a coincidence, because it's kind of weird. Why is he the other color spreads don't depict Zoro like this, and it's a lot of specific messaging. So at first glance, you think that it makes sense, and then you think about it for 10 seconds. No, Oda would not say that. If Oda was gonna kill off Zoro, he would not project it on in a color spread. That's just so useless and dumb. Why would he even go through the effort of that? There's not even a point of it. And people, even before chapter 944 came out, people were still thinking he was gonna die in that chapter. So it was chapter 930, and people were still saying Zoro's gonna die in 14 chapters, which if you were reading at that time, obviously you know that nothing that big was being set up. So I just think this theory is just really dumb if you really think about it, but it does have a little bit of evidence. So I give this one only like a 6 out of 10 on the stupid scale. Blackbeard is a fish man. This theory says that the reasoning for Blackbeard's weird abilities, like never being able to sleep and being able to possess 3 devil fruits, is because he is a fish man. They bring up Dellinger because he looks mostly like a human but is a technically fishman hybrid, so they're saying that if Dellinger can easily pass as a human while he's being a fishman, then so can Blackbeard. This theory makes sense, but like I just think it's like the chances of it happening are low just because it would be lame. Like no one cares. Like let's say he is a fishman. Like, oh wow, cool. Like that's just such a dumb thing to reveal, and if he was a fishman, we probably would have already got told already. So like it makes sense, but it's just super boring and lame, and I don't like it as an explanation for his powers, so I give it, it's not too stupid, but I give it a 5 out of 10 on the stupid scale, just because it's not gonna happen. Okay, this next one's kind of insane. Dragon got himself pregnant. What? Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I don't even want to describe the details of this theory, because it's gross and insane, and I don't even know how you think of this. But since I was making a stupid theory iceberg, I came across this and I knew I had to include it in it. So it just says that Ivanka used his or her or whatever magic on Dragon, switched genders, and somehow he got himself pregnant. I guess this is 20 out of 10 on the stupid scale. I don't even know what to say. Kaido is a poneglyph and is still alive. This theory made me fucking bust out into laughter when I first read it. Obviously, it's already been disproven as we saw Kaido's backstory, but it's still amazing nonetheless. This theory says that Vegapunk or someone else merged a poneglyph with a beast fruit, because as we know, objects can eat fruits. So that's literally the only evidence, and because he's super durable, but like I don't even know how you think of that. It just takes a lot of creativity. So 20 out of 10 on the stupid scale. Crocodile is Luffy's mom. You know I had to save the best for last. The most stupidest and most popular theory is easily Crocodile is Luffy's mom. This theory started out as Crocodile was a girl due to the implications behind Ivanka's speech saying that he knows his secret and Impel Down, but I don't know where the fuck him being Luffy's mom came in. I do believe that Crocodile was a girl. I genuinely do believe that, just because Ivanka's speech was like, it was way too like weird and like subtle and stuff, so I do believe they have some history. But what, like there's no evidence for him being Luffy's mom. I don't know where people just started. But it is funny. It is mostly a meme theory. So, yeah, this one gets 100 out of 10 on the stupid scale, just because there's a couple of people that unironically believe that Crocodile is Luffy's mom. And I just think that's just so funny. Like, imagine if that actually was true. Like, why would he wait 1,200 chapters for an early arc villain to reveal he was his mom? That's just dumb. So yeah, this was a shorter video today, so more One Piece videos will be coming out, so make sure you like and subscribe if you did like this one, and thank you so much, and see you in the next video.